It has now been some time since he came. A bard spoke of great things, hidden in a place far from here. I can only hope that what he spoke of was true. He told tales of an ancient city, hidden in shadow and darkness, and within that city, a powerful artifact that could be used to control the elements of the world itself. With that artifact, I would surely have enough power to rebuild myself and claim my rightful place in this world. It has taken considerable time and effort, but I have finally gained access to a wagon. With this, I will be able to travel to this place and find the answers myself. My size is continuing to be an issue, as all the humans, regardless of whether they are parents or not, all seem to believe that I need their help. It is most infuriating. The only thing that eases my irritation is the pranks my generals have committed on any fool who dare challenge my authority. Watching humans bumble around with their shoes tied, watching them slide down hills chasing after phantasms, is at least a little satisfying, even if I do have to get patted on the head every time one of them looks down on me. I am the great demon lord, master of this world. How dare they? The worst part is how the human bard telling me this story seemed worried about me. He warned me of the consequences of using this artifact, as if things that would affect a mere mortal would affect me. This is so infuriating. I must resolve this situation as quickly as possible. And that is why I have set out on this journey. The travel has been relatively easy so far. We have seen little to concern me. The stories of rampaging bandits and harrowing journeys seem more of an exaggerated fable than anything else. The long, flat land of grass stretches out as far as I can see, no matter how long we travel. It is said the place resides in the mountains, so we must travel for some distance before we reach the nearest range. I believe it is there, but we will not know until we have arrived. It has been some time, and I am happy to say we have finally left the long stretches of flatlands and entered a region of forests and trees again, something more proper. I can appreciate that, at least. In this forest, however, I met something almost as annoying as the humans. We had been traveling in it for some time, me and my generals, when we encountered a glowing figure in the distance, an ancient spirit of a warrior guarding a bridge. He refused to let us pass. Normally, he said, he was there to ensure all travelers could safely and freely use his bridge, but he believed I was too young to cross it. The foolish mortal ghost is as annoying as any of the humans. Surprisingly, my meathead general was the one to deal with the warrior. He challenged him to a thumb wrestling contest, his usual go-to when anyone is disrespectful of me, the Dark Lord of the world. The ghost accepted the challenge and was quickly bested. He demanded a 3 out of 10, and it did not matter. He was no match for my general's strength. Humiliated, he let us through. At last I can report the first good news on this journey. I have met another individual, a traveler. He claims to be a merchant, but he looks more like a thief. And the interesting thing is, he says he is only interested in the rarest of artifacts. I believe he is coming to the same place as I for the same reason. It is possible he desires to claim the artifact himself. Little does he know the child he looks down on is likely his greatest competitor, and I will soon be the victor and him the loser. The artifact will be mine, and he will not stop me. The city does lie in the mountains. It is nestled in a valley between tall peaks. The ruins of an older city are even deeper, closer to the crevice created by the two peaks. There lies a sprawling catacomb, one that holds the secrets to the artifact's location. It would appear many come here hoping to claim it for themselves. Most end up dead, lost in the tomb within. I will be the one to claim it for myself, though. There will be no other victor this day but I. Well, it might take a little more time than a day. It might take some time indeed. I have to admit I underestimated this place. It is far more convoluted on the inside than it would appear. Even my generals seem to have gotten rather confused at different points. We were certain paths would take us in certain directions, but then they would quickly change without any rhyme or reason. There is some mechanism driving this place, of that I am certain. I will not be able to best it until we figure this out. It has been some time, maybe a week, but we have made excellent progress despite the obvious lack of success. I believe that I have figured out how this place works. There is some system driving it. Rather than trying to figure it out, I will simply have Havoc Weaver blast it into oblivion. I have instructed her to cast a powerful spell, one designed to disrupt any mechanical, electrical, or magical device in the area, completely and utterly destroying it. The spell did not work exactly as I might have imagined. The effect does seem to have changed how this place runs. If anything, it is more dangerous now than it was before. I asked Havoc Weaver what she was doing, and she explained to me in detail what the spell should have done. I am unsure why it had such a massive effect on this place. In a good way, it should have disrupted things, but now everything twirls and whirls around you like a massive kaleidoscope. It is disorienting and uncomfortable to be in. All the other adventurers have seemed to give up. At long last, I have it. It has been a month now, well within my planned timeline, and we have it now. The artifact is just outside my reach. All I need is for my more powerful minion to smash his way through everything. It worked once, it can work again. And it did not. This is most irritating. I have now tried everything I can think of. The place is most difficult to deal with. If only I could figure it out. I know I have claimed success several times now, but this time will be different. This idea is foolproof. If Havoc Weaver simply made the place more dangerous, all I need to do is have her repeat the process, Clearly the system was not overwhelmed with her spell, so we will hit it again, and again, and again. Eventually something will break. And it has worked. Now there is no more mechanism. It is a simple, empty tomb. Whatever was driving the place did indeed eventually break. This was not an easy way to fix the problem. It exhausted Havoc Weaver more than one day. But now we have access to the room, and the artifact is in my hand, even as I speak. It is a small gem, and it glows with an ancient power. I know what this is. I have seen it before in past lives, and it will serve me beautifully. Now we will begin the journey back home. I have done too much here, and I fear my presence and activity here will draw the hero in. It is dangerous to remain any longer, so we have set out to return home. It's gone! I cannot believe it! Someone has taken it! After all this work, after all I have done to claim it for myself, someone! Oh, him! That thief. We encountered him last night. He talked to us about giving up, and we consoled ourselves around the fire, talking about our failures. Clearly he suspected I had it, and he must have taken it during the night. He has left not long ago. We will track him down and reclaim what is mine. That pathetic human dares to steal from me. He will suffer. Punishment has been dealt out, and now the artifact is back in my hand. It was a simple enough task. I had my shape-changer deal with him. She was easily able to distract him. Foolish human. Could not understand why there was a giant animal in the forest threatening to gobble him down. He ran, and as he ran, he dropped everything. It was a simple enough task to pick it up. We have resumed our journey, and now I am certain nothing will stop me. Except the human again. Sometime during the night, the artifact disappeared again. I have reason to believe it was the human, as he is the only one I know of that could think of me having it. He could be the only one that is aware of it in my presence. We have hunted him down again and dealt out punishment again. He has fled, and the artifact is once again in my hands. This human is proving most troublesome. I will have to deal with him in a more permanent fashion the next time we encounter him.